Hello Clash fans, Trample Damage coming at you today with my current favorite Town Hall 13 Super Troop, the Super Witch. I actually just recently reloaded her for a further 3 days because I've been having so much fun making these attacks. I'm using Super Witches on 2 of my bases. I'm using them on my Doctor base with Super Witch, couple Ice Golems, and regular Witches. And on my Unicorn base, I'm using Super Witches in conjunction with Super Archers. We're going to run through 4 attacks today, 2 with this army composition, and 2 with my Unicorn base's army composition, which we will get to in just a bit. Both of them do have a Quad Quake and 3 Super Witches in common, along with a Clan Castle that I am normally using as 2 Yetis, a Valkyrie, a Log Launcher, and a Rage spell. Now, before we wind up jumping into the replays, of course, the obligatory self-aggrandizement portion of the event. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. Share with your clanmates. I have a lot of cool content, playlists for every town hall, so feel free to browse through there and check things out. Also, check me out on TikTok. I make a bunch of short quality content on there as well. And if you are not currently in the Clash of Clans subreddit, I recommend checking it out. The moderators there are great. There's a lot of great resources and a very friendly community over there. So check out the Clash of Clans subreddit. So let's go ahead and jump in here. We're going to start with, it's just saved here for replays for my video. So the general gist of this army version here, I start by telling you this works best against the boxy bases that have town halls located somewhat centrally. It's not that it can't also work with a town hall in the corner, but like, you know, if the town hall was somewhere in here, but the most success I have is against bases that do have a centrally located town hall with a slightly boxier design. So what you'll see down here when I'm using this army version, there are 3 Super Witches, 3 Ice Golems, and 10 Witches. And what we wind up doing in one corner is placing a Super Witch along with 2 of her smaller witch friends. And in another corner, we are placing, because there are heroes, enemy heroes are sometimes a pain because they can kill the big boy pretty quickly and then possibly take out the Super Witch. I like to send an Ice Golem just to help buy the Super Witch and her 2 regular witch friends an opportunity to summon a bunch of skeletons to help distract and start killing those heroes as they are focused on that Ice Golem. Now what you'll see down here is we've got a nice path that has been cut by these buildings coming out. Super Witch and these witches are going to step up and start shooting at these buildings just inside the first row. And meanwhile, the kill squad, or the brunt of the army, if you will, is going to wind up coming in through here with a nice path already carved. So you can see a lot of mess going on up here. Those 2 heroes are about to go down. We'll zoom out so you can see we are now bringing in the main part of the army, where the other 2 Ice Golems, along with the Log Launcher, all 4 heroes, and 6 Witches, will have no recourse but to head inside of the base as we have the Log Launcher already popping a hole. I do not tend to bring wall breakers, although if you wanted to sub out those 2 wizards and the archer that I have for cleanup, you could, of course, swap them for some wall breakers, possibly another set of troops, up to you. So we've got a nice little hole here blown in the base. One of the Ice Golems has popped already, freezing some of the defenses. And now we are going to wind up using the main part of the Town Hall wrecking crew, which is the Log Launcher and 4 Earthquake spells. If you can hit the Town Hall with 4 Earthquake spells, it's going to drop it to about half of its hit points, and then 8 logs from that Log Launcher will destroy the Town Hall without needing any help from other troops. I frequently trigger the Eternal Tome on the way into the base because I will have a lot of witches and skeletons covered, and with a Rage and the Eternal Tome, you actually get a lot of mileage out of that. And of course, this is like any normal mass witch attack. You've got tons of skeletons leading the way, and you have the heroes coming in behind them. In this instance here, because the Super Witches are such tanks themselves, along with 3 big boys and my 2 Yetis and Valkyrie inside the clan castle, plus your heroes, you've got a lot of stuff for those witches to stand behind and continue firing. And this attack only took a minute and a half. We do see that there was no clan castle troop. Haven't had a chance to use this in war since I've been getting paired against all Town Hall 14s. But you cannot tell me that when you look here, we've got Super Witch still alive, big boy. King is up, Warden is up, Archer Queen is up, Royal Champion is up, and the other Super Witch is still up, and I have swagged my Queen ability. There is no kind of clan castle troop in the game that could have ruined this attack and actually left me without getting the 3-star. So very, very powerful attack. We'll go ahead and take a look at a second replay of this army composition, which is this one here. And the same type of thing, right? We're going to wind up sending in a Super Witch, and she's going to get locked onto one of these. Ideally, you want to deploy your Super Witches somewhere that the enemy defenses or heroes will not be able to target. And I did send an ice column in on the top here. We've got skeletons down here keeping the archer queen busy, and then in the center we have 2 ice golems along with the heroes and the rest of our witches, and that log launcher, of course, poking a nice easy access hole into the base. There's that rage spell on the way in, so you can see all those skeletons and heroes and a bunch of troops that are now about to become invincible with the Eternal Tome. The quad quake over here blowing open other parts of the base. We freeze the town hall, and that town hall goes down without any help needed from any troops, just the 4 earthquake spells and the log launcher. And then, of course, we do have some Yetis coming out of there with the Valkyrie, a couple of freeze spells to take care of either scatter shots, single target towers that have locked on to one of your heroes. Again, similar thing, right? Super Witch, still alive. Super Witch, still alive. And the third one is in there somewhere. There she is. Still alive, along with all 4 of my heroes, right? There's my king, my queen, my warden, and my royal champion all sitting there. Again, absolutely decimating this base. It's really not that difficult to learn this attack, and a little bit of practice, you're going to be on your way to tripling people in no time with this army. But trample damage, I don't like using regular witches. They're such a pain. Okay, I understand. You want an alternate army to use. Here we have my unicorn base, also running super witches, but instead you'll note the army composition down here at the bottom. Actually, you know what we'll do? We will switch bases. We will jump over to my unicorn base so you can see the army composition in a larger format. There we go. I do bring 6 wall breakers along with a pair of Yetis and a regular witch and 10 super archers. Here I bring 2 rage spells and a jump along with my 4 earthquake spells and my 3 super witches. I do bring the same clan castle troops that I brought. We are going to stop for a moment and donate troops because I am a caring clanmate. Okay, unicorn for video. So what I tend to do here is I start with a super witch and I put a Yeti there as well. Now that's how I wind up starting this attack. I bring 2 Yetis, 1 for each side of the funnel, and I will have a super witch come in behind and she brings out a big boy. And then over here we have a Yeti along with a super witch and a big boy. Now, unlike my other army where I do not bring any wall breakers, I do bring wall breakers for this army because I like to let that Yeti and the big boy on the outside get into a portion of that base because I want to create a nice clean funnel, and then I get the main part of my attack where I have my log launcher, my heroes, the centrally located super witch, along with 10 super archers. Now here's what's so powerful about this attack. The super witches have a tremendous amount of hit points, so they are a tank. The big boy is a tank. All my heroes are tanks. The log launcher itself can take some damage, and the super archers just hang out behind there, shooting so far ahead and dealing so much damage to soften things up that the heroes, the big boys, and the super witches are able to really quickly move their way through these defenses. Now you'll see the same thing here as with the other attack where we're using a quad quake to take half the town hall's hit points. We have a warden with the Eternal Tome, a rage spell on the way in, and instead of it being skeletons that are invincible, it's a bunch of super archers. And look at this, like half the base is already decimated, and we still have super witch still alive in there, super witch alive up here, super witch right there. There's 2 of them in the core, along with nearly all my super archers are still alive. And it's okay at Town Hall 13. You don't have to worry about the poison bomb in the Town Hall. Those super archers just sit inside the core there behind a witch, a big boy, a hero, and they just roast these defenses. I have the jump spell to get my troops out of the core or into the most appropriate compartments on the back end. And you see this base goes down so fast. Look at all those super archers that are still there. How many we got in there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't know, 9 super archers still alive. So like 1 super archer died. All 3 of my super witches are still alive. And of course, we did see an electro dragon and a trio of balloons rather come out of that clan castle. So it's not like we, attacked a base that was completely undefended. And the last one we are going to take a look at, Thank you. Good job in Clan War League. Yep. Rice is cool. Thank you, Fried Rice. Shout out to my clanmate. Pumping me up on my YouTube video. So the last one we're going to show, and I've been making this attack for a couple of days, and it's been nothing but triples on both of these accounts, whether I'm using the Ice Golem with regular witches or the Yeti Super Witch and Super Archer combo. So again, Yeti comes in to start tanking, and of course, you know, the Yeti mites pop off of there and start wrecking the defenses to clear things up a little bit more. We're going to go into the corner over here, and we're going to do the same thing. Super Witch comes in. Yeti comes in, we got the big boy coming in, and they will create a nice little funnel here. Now, I did also send in, sometimes I will send a super archer in to help deal some extra damage. I think I did on both sides this time. And I don't always know why I do it, so that one's a tricky one to explain. Sometimes there's just like instinct that tells me, hey, send a super archer in there to help support the corner. And now you see the same thing, right? A couple of wall breakers trying to blow some, you know, some holes in here. And then heroes, log launcher, and super archers in behind. And just look how quickly these things start going down, right? So the Yeti mites wind up taking out that hidden Tesla and also the air defense that was there. So now as the brunt of my army starts to move inside the base, because look, all this has been blown out by the big boy and the Yeti and the Super Witch. So my heroes and everybody are going to head inside, and that gold storage goes down to where now my troops have really nowhere they want to go but inside the base. And I wind up triggering my Grand Warden's Eternal Tome, and I wind up freezing the Town Hall. There's a jump spell to get me out on the backside. That Quad Quake taking half the hit points of the Town Hall, and then the Log Launcher obviously having no trouble getting through to deal some extra damage. Town Hall goes down, and we do have, when we go down here and take a look, we got Super Witch with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Super Archers. We got 1, 2, 3 super archers in the core. We got 1 super archer up here. So only 1 super archer at this point has died, and 70% of the base is down. And we have 2 Yetis going after this Inferno Tower. And we have, there's Super Witch right there in the core, Super Witch right here. I thought all 3 Super Witches survived in this one as well. It's just the Super Witches are so powerful. They do not ever belong hanging out together, though. You don't want to ever deploy 2 Super Witches in close proximity to one another, because that's just not what they're designed for. They can cover a lot of territory by themselves. They're like a 1-troop wrecking crew when that big boy comes out and starts taking damage for them. And then, of course, here, we didn't even need the Queen ability, but we went ahead and used it anyway. King ability is swag, like such a powerful attack. You guys have to try this out. I do need to make a point of sharing some of the good commentary I have on my YouTube videos. I get a lot of love from the community, and I'd like to say from my heart, thank you so much. I really appreciate all the support that I get from people who follow me on TikTok, from people who follow me here on YouTube. I really, really appreciate it. So comment down below. I'll try and throw some comments in here just to give a shout out to some of my biggest supporters, which again, like I said, I really appreciate that from you guys. In the meantime, I really hope you guys try out Super Witches. Comment down below. Let me know if you guys like Super Witches, if you try them out with any other troops. Again, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate it. Comment down below. Trample Damage saying you guys have a great one. Keep clashing.